Hi guys. So it's already almost the end of the year, which is crazy, but I had so many videos that I wanted to film and I was looking at all the things I wanted to film and just realized that there wasn't enough time if I stick to my usual Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploading schedule. So if it's alright with you guys, I'm planning on putting up a video likely every day until the end of the year. One of the things I wanted to talk about the most are my anticipated releases for 2018. There's a decent amount of books that I'm excited for that are supposed to be coming out in 2018, so I'm actually going to break this up into a part one, which is going to be the YA releases I'm excited for, and then the adult releases I'm excited for. I'm going to start out with the young adult releases that I'm excited for, and I'm going to start with a book that I don't have on me because I lent it to my friend Joshana over at Joshana C. If you guys haven't checked her out, you should, because she's great. But anyway, I don't want to forget about this book since I don't have it on me, but that would be Dividing Eden by Joelle Charbonneau. The sequel to this book is supposed to come out June 12th, and it is called Eden Conquered. The premise of the book is that there are these twin siblings who are members of a royal family, but neither of them are heirs to the throne. But some stuff goes down, and suddenly they are the heirs to the throne, and in their society, you can't just forfeit and say, oh yeah, no, my brother can rule, or no, my sister can rule. They have to be put against each other in a series of challenges to determine which one is best to rule. There's a lot of politics in the book, there's a lot of intrigue, and I absolutely love those elements of books. And in a YA book, it's nice because I feel like we don't get that as often as we do in adult fantasy, so I thoroughly enjoyed the book. It's a little more on the dramatic side maybe than adult fantasy because it's YA, there's just a teensy bit more angstiness, but I loved it and I can't wait to see where the second one goes. Next up is the book Roar by Cora Carmack. The sequel is going to be called Rage, and it is supposed to come out in June. It comes out the 5th of June. This book follows a girl named Aurora who is a princess and the heir to the throne, and in her world, whoever rules the throne has storm magic, and she currently has none. She has had to live a lie her entire life pretending that she does have storm magic, and her mother is currently trying to set her up in this marriage where hopefully it can secure their kingdom without revealing beforehand that her daughter has no magical abilities. Aurora finds out though that there are these storm hunters who might have the ability to acquire storm magic, and she decides to take matters into her own hands and try and acquire magic for herself instead of relying on a marriage to keep her kingdom safe. There is a lot of romance in this book. It is very romance heavy. That being said, I normally prefer when the story is more influenced by the fantastical elements or the world building or the plot itself, and I don't like when romance does heavy, but this one was an exception for me. I actually really liked the way it was done. At the beginning of the book, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And then the main character does something that was pretty boss, and I was like, alright, you got me. That was pretty awesome. And then I was in after that, and I really enjoyed it. I'm super excited for the sequel because there was a lot of things that kind of opened up at the end, a lot of loose threads, and I'm really anxious to see what happens next. Next up is a book I talk about all the time for being my guilty pleasure read, and that would be the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. The last installment of this book is called Immortal Reign, and it was supposed to come out in December, but then the release date got pushed back, so now it's supposed to come out in February on the 6th. This series follows 4 different characters from 3 different kingdoms on this island continent called Mythica. There is a ton of political intrigue, and the thing that makes this series really fun is that there's so many twists and turns, and I guess you could say plot twists. There's a lot of things that you just don't see coming, or maybe you do, but they don't quite turn out the way you were expecting. But they honestly are kind of like action movies. They're just exciting and fun and entertaining, and they're super fun to buddy read. There was a huge cliffhanger at the end of this last one, and because it's just so over the top, I wasn't necessarily like, oh, what happens next? But a little bit. I mean, I want to know how the series is gonna end, and the 6th one is supposed to be the end of the series, so I'm very excited for that last book. Next up are a couple of the books that are in this new thing where popular authors are writing books following these famous comic book characters. The one by Leigh Bardugo was about Wonder Woman, and there's going to be one by Marie Lu for Batman, and then one by Sarah J Maas for Catwoman. The Batman one comes out very soon. It comes out January 2nd, and then the Catwoman one comes out August 9th. I've not actually read the first one with Wonder Woman, but I'm very excited for this because I love comic book characters and I love comic book storylines and everything, but I just am not drawn to comic books that follow superheroes because I don't like the idea that they just constantly have to revamp it. I like my stories to eventually end. I don't want them to go on forever and then change and be reintroduced and everything. So for me, I think this is the perfect way to enjoy those comic book characters. And lastly, I am very excited for the 4th book in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard, which is supposed to come out May 15th. This next one is supposed to be called War Storm, and I actually really enjoyed the Red Queen and the sequel. What is the sequel called? Glass Sword. I really enjoyed the Red Queen and Glass Sword. I thought the two of them were very different in tone. I thought that everything that happened in the first one only kind of increases in intensity in the second one, and I liked that it didn't feel like the same book twice. It is a very popular series, but for those of you that haven't read it, it follows a girl who is part of the Reds, and they have red blood, and then there are the Silvers who have silver blood. Silvers are the elite, and Reds are basically scum. The Silvers also have these awesome powers, almost like X-Men, and the Reds aren't supposed to have any, but our main character finds out that she might have some powers, which completely defies reason. It completely defies what is supposed to happen, so a lot of stuff goes down as a result of that. Anyway, that is it for my anticipated releases of 2018 in the YA category. Let me know what books you guys are excited for in 2018, because there are so many great books coming out all the time, and I like knowing what you guys are interested in reading. Look out for my anticipated releases in the adult category, because I will have that coming up soon. But anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little bell icon to get notified when I post new videos, and check out some more of my videos right over here. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.